family. It sounds fucked up, but nigga, that's me. I hated how my mama just took off. I guess she was mad the way that she got shook off from dad. Grandma did the best she could, yes man, but I still did it hand to hand. I still sold packs and grams, and I still lived off the land, trying to stack some grams, and I still try to be something that I'm not. The other dude right there, that big, you know the next man. Why not the best man? Let me know. Is life a test, man? Yes, it is. I'm just asking before I die. Can somebody tell me who I am? Goddamn. Is my pops Paul or Sam? Or the cat that be picking up cans? Or that dude that you used to fight? I seen the mail, mom. That nigga in Clinton. Am I from Harlem or Brooklyn? I don't know. Spring Valley or Charleston? I don't know. A few cats have been where I've been, so I know y'all understand where I'm at with it. Anybody that ever been through anything in their life? Just vibe with me. It's all the struggle. You can overcome anything. Persistence overcomes resistance in every aspect of life. Rock with me, understand. Now in the scheme of things, the Benz, the Bentley coupes, the beam of things, the coke, the dope, the triple beaming things. I'm getting money. You know the dream of things. Man, I thought I was the shit, had a Benz, but I lived in my nana's basement. Here's the question: how could a young nigga be so old? How could a hot nigga get so cold? How can an old nigga be so dumb? How can a smart nigga be so dumb? How can a cool nigga be such a nerd with no wings? How can I be a bird? How come getting what I deserve is so unheard, it's so absurd? Why am I still here? So many niggas is gone, I was born my year. Screwed up writing this rhyme, I had to shed a tear, cause I've been waiting so long to say this shit here. Yeah. Y'all know where I'm at. That's just how it was. I smile now, but I smile stop from crying. Yeah. Yeah. Stupid. Yeah. Yeah.
Peace and love to everybody in the building. Y'all already know the rules. When you come in my house, take off them shoes and super violate that like button. Now, I'm gonna get straight to the point. Like, this ain't even a topic that I was gonna deal with tonight. But I keep seeing videos and people keep tagging me the videos of people trying to discredit Tupac. And it's irritating my soul. I seen a video just recently with Candace Owens. I see a video, a bunch of videos with Michael Jai White sitting down with Vlad. And I'm like, just thinking to myself, the white man, Vlad, gave the black man, Michael Jai White, a mic to speak on so that the world could hear his voice. And every chance he get, he's sitting down there ripping Tupac to pieces. A nigga that he said he met, was cool with, hung out with, was his friend. And I'm like, everybody has that moment where something overnight changed them and turned niggas into a monster. Michael Jai White, I don't expect you to understand that because you didn't live the life that we lived. So I can't expect you to understand that. But at the same time, there was something about Tupac and that revolutionary spirit that troubled your soul. Because, see, I don't think you get it, Michael Jai White. The niggas that fell in love with Tupac and his movement and his story. See, this is where we looking at you sideways. We didn't fall in love with Tupac because we thought he was tough. We fell in love with Tupac because when we look at him, when we listen to his poetry, his music wasn't rap. That's why Biggie couldn't fuck with Tupac. It was poetry. And when you listen to Tupac and you listen to him, my pain, it runs deep. Share it with me. When you listen to his music, it spoke to your soul. You know, it's funny, right? Because I think it was last night. Picked up my phone, looked at YouTube, and a channel that I don't watch with a dude that I used to rock with that I don't rock with no more popped up. Something told me to click. I don't be listening to dudes. I clicked on a video and I heard Dogs indirectly talking about me. I don't know if he was talking about me by name before in that live, but I'm listening and I'm hearing the nigga throw shots. Yeah, 1 minute the nigga want to be breaking news, the next minute he want to be this, he want to be that. 1 minute, I want to feed my fish. The next minute, I want to play with my dogs. The next minute, I'm sitting up there missing my mom. The next minute, I'm sitting up there contemplating on whether I should ride on some of my enemies. The next minute, I'm sitting up there trying to figure out if I should go feed the homeless without recording what I do for other people. See, certain days when you are universal people, and I tell people, don't put me in one box. Because today, I might feel like I love my wife. Tomorrow, I might feel like I hate that bitch. We have emotions. We go through things. It's called being part of life. But see, some of y'all are good actors. Y'all good pretenders. That's why y'all sit up there and talk about this is chess, not checkers. Regular, normal people don't talk like that. Regular, normal people don't play chess every day with the people that they love. You know who do that? Trifling people who look for ways to get over on other niggas. See, what Trump did when he got into office, or rather before he got into office with TikTok, that was chess. You watched that movie when he said, not a nickel bag goes out. If a nickel bag goes out in this park, I want in. All Trump did was throw his weight around so that he could get part of that nickel bag. TikTok is big business. Trump is a business player. He's a chess player when it comes to business. But you ordinary broke ass people running around manipulating, talking about this is chess, not checkers. You a broke nigga playing chess with another broke nigga? You's a manipulator, and you doing what you do best. Okay, baby, thank you for sponsoring this war. And yes, this live right here, 9 times out of 10, it's not gonna get monetized because I'm gonna play music and whatever else on this shit. I'm gonna play a lot of curses. I'm gonna get very deep to the point. I'm gonna get emotional. I'm gonna get passionate. I might curse some people out. So if you want to sponsor the war, you can either hit the super chat up or you can hit the Cash App, $ Cash App, Hassan Campbell. Shall we begin? Shall we begin? History.
Look, I interviewed Ayanna Jackson, who was the Tupac rape accuser.
Okay.
Right. And we went through this whole story. You know, after the interview came out, I was in contact with this guy, Man. He was Tupac's road manager and also the co-defendant in that particular case. So I'm basically, you know, he's watching, you know, he watched the interview and then I'm talking to him and I'm sort of getting his side of the story because, you know, obviously Tupac's not alive. So this is one of the only people that I could actually kind of bounce the story off of to get the other side. And essentially, listen, the stories are going to differ a little bit, but essentially what happened was this girl, she met Tupac, you know, she was smitten by him, you know, they messed around on the dance floor, they hung out a couple times, they had sex, and then she came over to his hotel room to see him, you know, they're in the room by themselves, and then, you know, the guys that were in there came in to have sex with her as well, and he walked out of the room and left her, right?
Yeah, I remember this story.
You know, her story is going to be one way, his story was like that she was with it. Her story was like, no, I wasn't with it. I was here to see him. And some of these other guys are in here like basically raping me. Right. But the story is consistent.
The stories that's being told about Tupac, he's not here to defend himself. But when Tupac was here and he spoke on his story first and foremost, those niggas that he left her in the room with, one of them allegedly supposed to be Haitian Jack, and his crew, the same niggas he got the female from, the same niggas that set him up to be shot, was the same niggas that set him up with the female. How y'all leave that part out? The same niggas that set him up to be shot was the same niggas that set him up with the female who didn't, mysteriously, when it was time for niggas to go to jail, they didn't go to jail. Tupac did. They didn't go to trial. Tupac did. Well, let me let them finish talking.
That, you know, when the guys came in the room, he walked out of the room, right? And he went into the living room of the hotel and went to sleep on the couch. Now, she woke him up, screaming like, yo, these guys raped me. Like, how could you let this happen? How could you let this happen? How could you let this happen? And at that moment, I remember me and Man were talking about this. I said, if at that moment, if Tupac had said, oh my God, I can't believe this happened to you. Let's go in the back and let me try to make this right. Let me calm you down. Let me apologize. Let me kick those guys out. Let me maybe, I don't know, take you out to lunch, take you shopping, do whatever it takes to just calm her down. I said, if that had happened, would all of this have gone away? And Man said, absolutely. Absolutely. But you know what actually?
How the hell can Man answer for what that female would have done on how Tupac would have handled that? Tupac wasn't the one that raped her, it was the niggas in the room. The niggas in the room didn't go to jail. Tupac did.
Happened?
He stayed in character, bro.
He said, get this bitch out of here.
That's what
his exact words. Get this bitch out of here.
He stayed in character.
And they got that bitch out of there. And that bitch went downstairs.
Notice that this nigga keeps sitting up there saying that Tupac stayed in character, right? He stayed in character.
And went to the police. And his whole life changed at that point. He got convicted. He went to prison. Then from there, Suge Knight came in. He was the only one that was able to come up with the money to get him out on bail. You know, he was broke by this time. And then, you know, that path led to his ultimate demise about a year later. You see what I'm saying? All, baby, I've always learned, no matter what it takes, if a woman that you're intimate with is angry, you do not let that woman walk out of that house angry. You apologize for some shit that you shouldn't even be apologizing for, but just get her happy, get her calm, so she doesn't turn around and get back at you. You know what I'm saying?
True. But there's a deeper thing that connects to this whole thing. Is the truth. If you deviate from the truth, you're going to pay for it.
Yeah.
This brother was not living the truth, wasn't living who he was. I'll take that to my grave. I mean, I don't care what anybody says. Anybody who lives a lie is going to not heal. I mean, you don't get away with a lie in any way. You skirting from the truth, your system knows that. And when it comes down to it, if you're not authentic, you're not who you are, you're going to pay for it. And so to me, this whole thing just kind of wraps around to that. If this brother, I believe, like again, I think the takeaway is if you're not living truthfully, you got to hold up this lie. And I believe that's the lie that took him out of here.
What's the lie? What's the lie? You believe?
Because I got to behave like a gangster. And he does stuff that he feels a gangster would do, which every gangster that has been interviewed said, I wouldn't have done that shit. Yeah. You know, I wouldn't have jumped on Orlando Emerson. No, I knew he was here. But he goes and does that because he's in character.
Every gangster said that they wouldn't have did that. Every gangster is not the same, lying nigga. That's the problem with y'all. Y'all keep watching too many movies. Every gangster is not the same. And there's a difference between a gangster and a thug. You had gangsters, one of them that used to run around with a bathrobe on and play like he was crazy. You had John Gotti that wanted to be the Dapper Don, right? Everybody say gangsters, real gangsters move in silence. That's a lie. John Gotti did not move in silence. That's what took down the whole mob. Every gangster is not the same. And shooter is not. That nigga's like Preacher from Harlem. He was a different breed of nigga. When he had beef with you or he was extorting you and you didn't pay, when he wanted that money and you didn't give it up, he had you kidnapped. Then he brought you in the basement. Then he did you like Omar from The Wire, my nigga. And after he sat up there and he Arabici'd you, he turned you into Diddy and he made you do the take that. He had niggas beheaded. His crew was on the roof of a building in the Bronx playing soccer with a nigga head that they cut off that was a killer. Every killer is not the same. Every shooter ain't gonna kidnap you and then go for your chocolate doo-doo hole, my nigga. Everybody's not the same. So stop trying to put everybody in the same box.
And what happens, happen. You know what I mean? So again, like, hey, I think it's about truth and this imagery, man. This, you know, what it can do to you. You know, if you gotta live that lie. You gotta behave in this way that you're not, and you can't go, hey man, this is who I am. We're wrapping it up. It makes me feel a little bit more
like a hater.
All I'm saying is that he got praise. He got the most amount of praise in his life for that role. And I feel like he got stuck in that role to a certain degree for the rest of his life. That's what I think. Now, listen, I'm sure if me and him talked, he would say I'm full of shit, whatever. From my point of view, that's what it is. I equate that to Tupac.
very much so.
Tupac did Juice as Bishop. And I remember even like Biggie was saying when they ran into each other at the Soul Train Awards and guns got drawn and everything else like that, like Biggie was looking at this guy who he used to hang out with, that he was close friends with, and everything else like that. And he's like, I'm not seeing Tupac. I'm seeing Bishop.
Thank you. See, I mean, I've been saying this.
Biggie, when he ran into Tupac, he's not seeing Tupac anymore. The last time Biggie saw Tupac's image of Tupac is getting shot. Image of Tupac getting shot in 1993. Images of Tupac with his middle finger up getting shot. Why the images not popping up? That's the last time that Biggie, Puff, and Little C's sing Tupac go into the studio. Like, I don't get the part that y'all don't get when there's a switch on every nigga that turns us into an animal. What part y'all don't get? So you telling me that Tupac was so much of an actor, he had a bullet that shot him in his balls right there, got shot 5 times. So you telling me his acting was so good through all that pain, he refused to let niggas break him. He refused. He looked to God, battling and fighting for, and seen the enemy through them cameras and stuck up his middle finger while he cried his way to the hospital in pain. Because even though he wasn't crying, he was crying. Them bullets hurt. This is images of Tupac getting out of the hospital after getting shot. Same day, go on to court and convicted. The same trial that he was going to trial for. The same niggas that hooked him up with the girl that he was going to trial for. It's the same niggas that shot him. So you're going to tell me that doesn't play a role on your psyche? He's acting? You're going to tell me that he's not really angry at the fact that his friends set him up. And a year later, the nigga that was with him when he got shot, that set him up, got murdered a year later? You call that acting? Michael Jai White?
Long time ago when people tried to attack me. But now you think about everybody who speaks about Tupac. There's a dichotomy. There's 2 guys going on. Mm-hmm. All you got to do, please play the 17-year-old Tupac, the interview. That's who he was.
Yeah.
He was this innocent, almost, dare I say, somewhat effeminate type of dude, right? Like when you really look at that interview, he's a very soft person. That's who he was. 2 years later, he plays Bishop. And that character that he created with Bishop influenced millions of people. And he stayed in that character because
what happened to Tupac in between those 2 years that sparked the anger that turned him into a madman? See, Michael Jai White, your problem is that you don't come from where we come from. So you don't understand that in the hood, when nobody's smiling, the ghetto, all it takes is one situation to spark the madman in you. All it takes is one situation. One situation. Tupac went through many of them But you want to call him an actor. But Michael Jai White, I guarantee you, I'm willing to bet my life on it. You an actor. If Tupac was an actor, I bet you can't stand a character like that. All your karate, all that what the bullshit that you do, that shit don't work in the hood. Because Tupac been shot, but Tupac shot niggas too. There's shootings that you don't hear about on the news with Tupac. In character, the nigga was in survival mode. That's the difference between Tupac and Michael Jai White. Tupac was in survival mode, my nigga. And he's been surviving ever since he came out of his mama's womb. He had a soft side. It's funny, because I was talking to my elderly women back in the days, and I had somebody on the phone, a female on the phone. And she said, damn, it's crazy how when you speak to certain people, certain elders of yours, you turn into a little kid. When I get around certain elders and I talk to certain elders, I turn into a little boy. I turn into a tender child. That is the respect in me, the way that I was raised. Different people see different characteristics in me. I am not the same person with everybody. You got niggas in the dog game that don't know that they don't know who Poppy is. You got people in my life that met me. They didn't know who Poppy was from Bronx River. See, don't let bullets guide you in the little lies and the mind games. Anybody that you speak to that's official, they'll tell you I played a part in their life and history of being that nigga. And then there's other people that'll sit up there and tell you, this is the best person I know. You got some females that tell you, that nigga's diabolical, he's crazy, he's psychotic, he's evil, he's twisted. Then you got some females that'll sit up there and tell you, he's the best nigga I ever met. Different people bring out different sides of me. It is what it is. I don't expect a nigga that don't come from where we come. You ever heard what Tret said? Naughty by nature and ghetto bastards. If you ain't never come from the ghetto, don't ever come to the ghetto, because you wouldn't understand the ghetto. So, Michael Jai White, stay the fuck out the ghetto.
I literally would see him flip-flop from one character to the other, because we would hang out, we'd play pool, and famously people would say, your friend looks like Tupac. And they didn't think that could be him, because he was more like that 17-year-old guy. And a lot of people that really knew him was like, yo, because I always speak the way I speak now. And so he felt very comfortable being that other side around me, that really playful, clowny, kind of like silly type of guy who knows all the Schoolhouse Rock jingles, and then would flip into a different mode around. It's kind of like once he did that Bishop role, that became a much more interesting character for him to play.
You're lying. Because Bishop was a shiesty, conniving, demonic ass nigga, and Tupac wasn't that. So the character that you saying that he tried to play in Bishop, you're lying. His personality was totally different from Bishop. You're lying. Tupac became a revolutionary. Say it. Say the word, Michael Jai White. Tupac became a revolutionary. Something that in your grown age where you almost towards your grave, something that you're not. Every time we see you, Michael Jai White, on the white man's platform, you ain't saying nothing to uplift your people. You are never saying nothing to put us in position. You have no passion towards your people. But you want to call Tupac fake? Nigga, where's your Brenda's got a baby? I mean, I understand why he said, I wonder why you call me bitch. I call you bitch. I bet you. I understand why Pac said that. Look at the shit that he went through. But Michael Jai White, where is that moment? That revolutionary, all we see with you is the actor. And then when you got your serious voice on and you on Vlad sitting on his podium and you using your voice, you ain't saying nothing that we gonna remember 30 years later. 30 years later, we quoting shit that Tupac said. Now, nigga, none of us won't be quoting you.
And I always say it's like if Al Pacino played Scarface and then chose to stay as a Cuban drug lord, right, to impress Cuban gangsters. Well, he could stay in that character if he wanted to. You know what I mean? Al could have done that.
Completely.
But when you're a young kid, that impressionable, and you get all of this accolades for being that character, even gangsters, look up to you and give you the that's a fantasy for a young kid like that who was saying, oh, these guys call women the B word. The B word. He was saying this in the interviews. 2 years later, becomes bishop, right? So, I mean, I just think this is a fascinating study of human behavior.
And 2 years later, he ended up in jail for rape. And the same dudes that hooked him up with the same chick never went to jail. Haitian Jack didn't go to jail. What are you talking about? You think a nigga gonna keep on writing poetry? After your life done turned upside down?
And people could just look at that and go, wait a minute, the Tupac that you've seen, his biography is a guy who grew up tough his whole life. That's not what he was. Simply, that's not what he was.
He grew up poor his whole life.
Yeah, but you would think he grew up in the hood his whole life. And you know good and damn well that wasn't a scenario.
Because he hopped around different cities, from Baltimore to Marin, to New York.
When he's 17,
yeah,
he's a background dancer for Digital Underground.
He grew up in the hood, and he grew up in a bunch of different hoods because he grew up with revolutionaries, and he grew up in the hood with people that all of us knew and went through experiences with people that all of us knew. So why are you lying on his story? Now Tupac didn't grow up in the hood? Buzz Beyond, salute Haas. Turn they lies vision off with the truth headshot.
And then he gets cast in Juice,
right?
So that it's fascinating when you just think about this imagery. It kind of connects with the Seagal thing. There's an image that somebody's presented. If you really pay attention, who are the real people? There's an imagery that most of our rappers presented early on that when you look at it later, and the Snoops and Dr. Dre's and Ice Cubes and all these people, you go, wait a minute, is that the gangster that influenced me to become a gangster? You know what I mean?
That the gangster that influenced me.
So I look at it and go, hey, just kind of educate yourself and say, okay, there's imagery that gets paid great deals of money presenting themselves and influencing a whole generation of people to act other than what they are. So it's like, it's encouraging this kid from not picking up a book and picking up a gun.
Yeah.
Sadly, that's the truth.
Why the hell would a black man want to pick up a book when most of the books that's been written all around the world, those books are based off of colonizers who conquered the whole world for thousands of years and made sure you could control the knowledge in those books? Why would I want to pick up your book when everything that I've read in my life has been a lie? Why would I want to pick up a book and read it instead of being the author of the book? That's one, Michael Jai White. For two, you don't tell us, made us want to do. Tupac made me want to be the person that I am right now, using my voice on my platform for my people. Michael J. White, I don't see you doing that. I'm sorry. Guap, support to you, Haas. Pac really Michael Jordan rap game. Every year, more effort come out and say the new Pac or compare themselves to Pac. Yes, but it's crazy because there's a witch hunt. I don't know what it is. There's a witch hunt on Tupac. There's a witch hunt on Tupac, and it's crazy. This is the difference between Pac and these other rappers.
Good afternoon, it's Just with the Mess, and today we'll be covering a segment on 90s rap versus today's rap. Let's hear the lyrics from the 90s. Yeah. I see no changes. Wake up in the morning and I ask myself, is life worth living? Should I blast myself? I'm tired of being poor, and even worse, I'm black. My stomach hurts, so I'm looking for a purse to snatch. Cops give a damn about a Negro. Pull the trigger, kill a nigga, he's a hero. Give the crack to the kids, who the hell cares? One less hungry mouth on a welfare. Wow, hearing that, you can understand it like sentences. Let's hear some of today's lyrics. Pop a perky just to start up. Pop it, pop it, pop it. Pop 2 cups of purple just to warm up. 2 cups, drank. I heard your bitch, she got that water. Splish, drip, drip, woo, splash. Slippery, excuse me, please. Arm up or believe me, get beat. Cause I'm flexing Rari's skirt. You can bet on me, skirt. Hey, tater tot. What the fuck?
The nigga said my stomach hurts, so I'm looking for a purse to snatch. If Tupac was an actor, Michael J. White, we need more actors like Tupac. Listen to how she broke down what he said reading his lyrics again. The old Tupac versus the new Migos.
Good afternoon, it's Just with the Mess, and today we'll be covering a segment on 90s rap versus today's rap. Let's hear the lyrics from the 90s. Yeah. I see no changes. Wake up in the morning and I ask myself,
is life worth living? Should I blast myself?
I'm tired of being poor, and even worse, I'm black. My stomach hurts,
so I'm looking for a purse to snatch.
Cops give a damn about a Negro. Pull the trigger, kill a nigga, he's a hero. Give the crack to the kids, who the hell cares? One less hungry mouth on a welfare. Wow, hearing that, you can understand it like sentences. Let's hear some today's.
No, hearing that, it makes you understand Tupac's mentality. Huh? Did you hear what Tupac said in the rhyme? He expressed what we was going through in the real world. Coming from where I'm from. Sometimes I get a little bit lonely. Coming from where I'm from. Huh? Tupac? Did you hear him? Did you hear her?
This is a call to action. United States of America. You guys are up. We are sick and tired, and enough is enough. October the 4th, this is Tremaine White. He's a father, a truck driver. He went to a local tire shop down in Liberty, Mississippi, where he got his tires changed, paid for them, and left a tip. From looking, this is the tire shop at the area that he was in, down there in Liberty, Mississippi on Main Street.
Share this live.
Tremaine proceeded to go have lunch at a local diner. However, the tire shop owner, the place I just showed you, they called the police claiming that Tremaine had poured something white on the grass, which was later confirmed to be a white paper towel. But yet, they called the police, and they knew what was going to happen. Now, without cause, no questioning, no explanation, anything, the police approached Mr. White, and they violently arrested him at the Moose store. This is where they began beating on him and tasing him. Then they handcuffed and shackled him. Then took him to the local jail. There are plenty of cameras out here, plenty. All right, so we need those cameras. We need to see the footage off of every single bit of that. Now, the good people over at the Moose store ended up contacting Tremaine's mother. Yes. She went down to the jail, saw her son, and he looked horrible. He looked horrible, the way they put their hands on him, and he looked tired. And he told her, quote, "They're going to unalive me, mama." Now, his mother tried several times to find out what his charges were, and there were none. I even went and looked up to see what charges were on him. He's not even in the system. Later that night, Tremaine was unalived. He was unalived over at this sheriff's jail, Amite County. He has a lot of questions that need to be answered ASAP. Tremaine had no prior arrest. He's never been in trouble. He was a provider for his daughter. And we demand that the DOJ and the FBI step in. They need to step in and arrest the sheriff and the deputies who unalived Mr. Tremaine. And they also need to arrest that tire store owner who made that fake police call. They need to arrest that person. Like I said, I'm not for sure if there was a Freeman's Tire and Accessory Shop, because that's the only one that I saw on Main Street. And the really sad thing about it is, you can't even find this story on no news station. You can't find any newspaper articles or anything down there in Liberty, Mississippi. Sheriff Tim Rodden, we get ready to make a lot of noise, a whole lot of noise. I want everybody to share this, boost this. We're going to cry aloud until we see justice done. Justice includes holding them accountable, arrest made, and being convicted.
Now you just listen to that, right? And you listen to the words and the lyrics out of Tupac's mouth. You don't hear Jim Jones talking this shit.
Good afternoon, it's Jess with the Mess, and today we'll be covering a segment on 90s rap versus today's rap. Let's hear the lyrics from the 90s. Yeah. I see no changes. Wake up in the morning and I ask myself,
is life worth living? Should I blast myself?
I'm tired of being poor, and even worse, I'm black. My stomach hurts.
So I'm looking for a purse to snatch.
Cops give a damn about a Negro. Pull the trigger, kill a nigga.
He's a hero.
Give the crack to the kids. Who the hell cares? One less hungry mouth on welfare. Wow. Hearing that, you can understand it like sentences. Let's hear some today's lyrics. Papa Perky just...
Hearing that. The pain, it runs deep. Hearing that. You see the difference, Michael John White? The way y'all trying to destroy Tupac is crazy. It's crazy. It's crazy. Did you hear what Tupac just said? Now listen.
Hi, if anybody out there is wondering if it's somebody that can help me, my son is locked up. He just got jumped by over 10 correctional officers. Probably ain't got no teeth in his mouth. My son ain't no bigger than a broomstick.
Like Tupac?
I got the call from work that he got an inmate stabbed a correctional officer up, and they just lashed out on the inmates going crazy. I called the news. The news said they was going to Onondaga County Justice Center. This is Syracuse, New York. Can somebody please get in contact with me? Somebody that can help me, please. My baby's only 19. This is his first time going to jail. His father just died of cancer. He just told me, said, Mom, I know what I want to do in my life. My baby said, I want to go to the Army. I said, I'm going to help you get out. Just stay strong. My baby haven't called me in 2 days. And then they denied my visit. I left work this morning. They told me I couldn't see my baby yet. I know they beat my baby up bad. He got a broken collarbone, a broken hip. He can't even move his leg. I can't even imagine all this right here. Somebody just called me. My baby got the message out through the vents in jail. That's how they communicate, to get messages out on the outside. Can somebody please inbox me? Please share this. Please share this.
It's amazing how Tupac used his voice 30 years ago to cry over the same shit we still going through 30 years later. And you got niggas running around trying to discredit the man, saying that he's an actor. But even if he was acting, the cries of Tupac was like the ancestors screaming through his voice, trying to get justice even to today. And look at the witch hunt.
That gangster rap was intentionally encouraged, and then they found some people that were just
straight up actors to play this role of a gangster, and one of those people is obviously Tupac. So let's just watch this footage. You may forget this. Tupac was an actor, and I'm pretty sure he was not a heterosexual actor either on the basis of this clip. Take a listen.
I'm most like my mom because I'm arrogant, totally arrogant. I agree. I have to say, like at work, I can't hold a job. I just quit my job today, actually, because I wanted to come and do this. And they wouldn't let me. And I felt like it was important, and it was more important than serving pizza, and we had enough people, so I felt like since I'm an actor, they should understand. They should have let me do it, but they didn't. And then I had a cold, so they were making me work in a freezer. And I'm really not one to be disrespected, and I felt like that was disrespectful.
Owens, he was born in prison. His family are Black Panthers, that's Bloods, Crips, Vice Lords, derived from he shot the cops before Juice. Talk to him, Haas. And Tupac never claimed to be a gangster. Never. He was a revolutionary. He screamed thug life.
I just want to say that if I curse, forgive me. But we curse. We got going out here. Ain't no way I would sit up here and let the truth be told and not curse. So they told me to watch my language. Fuck that. So y'all forgive me. Y'all forgive me. Y'all heard curses and it's bad out here. It ain't pretty. So, you know, shit, let's be real. That's number one. My English is bad. I'm a high school dropout. You know, it's going to be real. I'm going to be talking like real shop. I'm going to be talking from my heart. Ain't nothing written down. You know what I'm saying? It's all good. So y'all got to feel when we talking in slang. So, you know, some of y'all might get lost. I'm sorry. But I'm going to just do what I got to do. And then check this out. When I say I'm losing it, I mean I'm losing. I mean that for real. This ain't no free speech. This shit ain't like just to make it sound good. So I let them know. This ain't to make it so, ooh, he felt that. I'm losing it. You feel me? I know y'all can pick up the papers and see that man got problems. And I do, but we all got problems. And mine is by my motherfucking self. You know what I'm saying? He did tell y'all about my mama and the Panthers and all that. But let me tell you where I ended up, y'all. Let me tell you where I ended up. My mama was a crack addict. I ended up in Baltimore on welfare with no lights on in high school. So we got to really watch this struggle shit. If we gonna struggle.
Michael John White, did you hear that? With no lights on, no heat, abandoned. His mother went from being a revolutionary to a crackhead. But the funny part about it is, didn't that happen with the other Panthers too? Which one of the Panthers turned into an own crackhead? In the comment section, those who know the story. The feds hit them kids. Hit them so hard. Huey hit them so hard. They went to turn into drugs. To escape the pain. Michael John White, what do you know about escaping pain? What do you know about that?
I struggle every motherfucking day till this shit is over. Let them know, bro. You know? Fuck that. All that shit that went on in the 60s ain't finna happen to this motherfucker. I'll be dropping some of you motherfuckers who need some babies beyond this year. Trust me when I tell you that shit. It's not telling I'm losing. And the only reason I'm losing is because I never had a daddy. I never had nobody to sit me down and tell me this. You know what I'm saying? They told me, but I didn't believe it because they left my mama crack. I'm telling y'all the truth, as much as you heard me, cracked out, homeless, no life in Baltimore. And my mother put motherfucking work.
And my mother put work in. He didn't say, I want to be tough. He said, I'm losing it. You don't hear him, Michael John White? He says, I'm losing it. I'm hurting. The nigga represent every young black man in the ghetto with nobody smiling. We don't expect you to understand that, Michael John White. We don't expect you to understand that. You don't know our pain. How you'll see a nigga like me go, they got everything in the world that people want. That's why they hate me. And then to see me go to the projects, pissy drunk, yelling at the cameras until I got shot. Ended up taking my own ass to the hospital and getting back on the internet again and telling the nigga that shot me, the shit ain't over and you pussy. Knowing that them niggas know where I live at. You see any fears in my eyes? Nope. What you see is bags so big that they say, oh, you look like a turtle because a nigga don't get no sleep. Because when you've been through the type of shit that I've been through, dead bodies haunt you at nighttime, nigga. We've been through some shit. Every nigga that I know that I grew up with dropped something. Michael John White, we don't expect you to understand that. Nah, we don't expect you to understand that. And shout out to all the beautiful women out there, the black woman that's dealing with dysfunctional, crazy, psychotic ass black men like me, myself. Yeah, shout out to y'all. Because y'all the ones that make the world go round. The mother bitches that ain't got time for us, they don't reap the reward of us neither. We ain't got time for you neither.
Do you hear me? My mama was a gun packing. While I'm talking about for you, motherfucker, excuse me. But my mama put in work. You know, to be laying up in the room cracked out, I got disdain for a lot of motherfuckers. You feel me? And that's why I'm telling y'all, I got to be serious. If we don't struggle, the struggle got to come from our heart. It can't come because we look at you from a king back then. It got to come because I'm looking at you and you look goddamn good to me and you my sister. And I ain't gonna let none of these crackers take you down. You feel me? It got to come out that. It got to come from our heart. It's like that. It's like that. It's hard out here. Like they say we got war. And in war, everything is good. It's all good. You feel me? And when I say thug life, I mean that shit. Because these white folks see us as thugs. I don't care what y'all think. I don't care if you think you a lawyer, if you a man, if you an African American, if you whatever the fuck you think you are. We thugs and niggas to these motherfuckers. You know? And until we own some shit, I'ma call it like it is. How you gonna be a man and we start? You know? And you can go about 5 different houses and a man in either one of them motherfuckers. How we gonna be a man? How we gonna...
He said you go through 5 different houses and it ain't even a man and not neither one of them. Michael John White, when we listen to you talk, your voice will not stand the time of the test of time. Your voice will not be echoing in nobody's ear 30 years from now. We're not regurgitating what you got to say right now. We don't want to hear what you got to say right now. Shagard out of line talking on Tupac name like that, Ja. Of course he is. Pappy Mason, thank you, Haas, for holding it down for Pac. Never let these sellouts destroy Pac legacy. No way, ever will I. Colorado Springs, where you at? Shangard, thank you for sponsoring this war. Church Ave Flashbook. Pac lives forever. Huh? He gonna live on my channel.
We gonna stay there, you know, and that's real, man. It's like a motherfucker. I have nightmares. I mean this shit. I'm dead serious. Whether I heard I apologize, but I had nightmares, bro. I swear to God, shit changed me. I used to be a cool mother. I used to be cool. I used to be happy. I used to talk good. I used to talk without cursing. I used to walk, you know. But goddamn, they done took Latasha. They done took Yusef. They taking out niggas younger than me, man. And we ain't doing shit.
He said, I used to be cool. I used to be happy. Are you listening to him, Michael J. White? Are you listening, Vlad, to him explain what happened to him and him getting tired? I live right down the block from Amadou Diallo and Abdul Lawima. Amadou Diallo was shot down the block on Wheeler from Bronx River. He got hit 41 times by the police. Abdul Lawima got they stuck a plunger where the sun don't shine and broke it off in him. You think that don't mentally do something to us coming from where we from? Some of us is tapped into the pain of our people. That's why when that coward ass nigga from the other platform, I'm not even gonna say his name, talking about this nigga HASSAN Campbell, he wanna be everything. Yeah, I wanna be me, everything that I am. You niggas is just mad because I done created so many entities, so many personalities on social media, so many other channels, and those small channels are getting more and better views than you, my nigga. So you old washed up niggas that was on YouTube before me, y'all mad going live with only 400 people in the building. You are angry. You're mad because the little channels that I created or helped on YouTube is taking your audience. That's how you feel, because y'all feel like YouTube take the nigga section and pile us up on top of each other. Nigga, be the best man you are. Don't throw shade. Let your light shine. I'm gonna let my light shine every chance I get. Flossie Carter was good, fam. Southside Queens in the building. Y'all make sure y'all go to Flossie channel. He got the best channel in the world, breaking down technologies, phones, gadgets, all that. Sharon Garden, Flatbush 6-7 precinct, violated.
I'm 17 years fucking old. When we 17, you know what we doing? Killing each other. You know that shit kills me, man. Little Natasha got a bullet on motherfucking back and ain't there one of y'all do a motherfucking thing. What time is it, man? Fucking losing down here. This shit bleeds me. Only reason I came is so I could curse at y'all and get y'all on the right motherfucking track. You dying. You are dying.
He said the only reason why I came here was to curse at y'all because we dying. Michael J. White, that's not Bishop from Juice. That's Matula Shakur in his soul. That's Geronimo Pratt. That's Mumi Abu. Those are those political soldiers that you don't see coming from the federal penitentiary or coming from the state. They're not trying to give them a second chance, because anybody that throw that black fist up and scream power to the people from their heart, they're not letting you go. They'll let you have a Big Meats back and his bum-ass brother. They'll let you have a 50 Cent, but you can never have a Tupac. They'll give you a Kanye West, though. It's amazing to me how Candace Owens is sitting up there trying to destroy Tupac, but you trying to vouch for Kanye West, the nigga that sat up there and told the whole world, the absolute whole world, that his mother was sacrificed. Then he made a song talk about, because when he get on, he leave your ass for a white girl. Get down, girl. Go ahead. Get there. Where's the college girl that Kanye was with? She's gone. Now he walking around with that lost ass. We don't even know that. We don't even know if that chick that Kanye West is walking around with, if that's one of Elon Musk's little computers. She looked like it. Is that one of his cyborgs?
We ain't got time for nothing except war. and I don't care how you got to be at war, you need to put yourself in that mind state so we can be there. If I got the thug to be at war, I'm gonna be thugging. If you got to be a Muslim to be at war, be a Muslim, but be at motherfucking war, and let's go fucking shoulder to shoulder and start doing something. We can't do with so much marching.
Michael Jai White. Did you hear him? He said we at war. So the little feminine boy that you knew, he realized that whether he wanted to be the happy little boy or not, life in America, especially in those days that we was growing up, it wouldn't let us. He realized that he was at war with his own people, with those people, with these people, with those people. Michael Jai White, we don't expect you to understand that. And Vlad ain't gonna own up to that. Vlad know he got the face of the colonizer.
And I know y'all think it's right, but we can't. They not, we've been marching for damn near 100 years. We are at the anniversary. We are marching on the anniversary of when we marched 25 years ago.
He talking to you now, my son. We marching in on the anniversary of something we marched on 25 years before. He talking to you, my son.
I'm 22 years fucking old. How am I telling y'all this shit? How is it getting to be like this? And they wonder why I went around calling myself a thug and a thug for life. Because we by ourselves. You know what I'm saying? I got my ass beat by 2 white police officers, man, and it shook my whole world. I was a rapper. I had just did juice. Even though I was very progressive, my family been dead. I was really about just getting out there making some money. I had enough of poverty. I thought I made it. I thought I made it. I swear to God, I thought I made it.
I thought I made it. Do you hear his cries? I got my ass beat by police officers. Do I got to go back to the videos that I just played with 2 different stories? The mother crying for her son and the other brother that was in jail in the precinct saying, "Mama, I'm going to die." Well, he didn't make it home. How much of that do you think that we could take Michael Jai White until we turn into something that you call an actor? That's why so many people sit up there and say, that nigga HASSAN Campbell, oh, he ain't really like that, or he's bugged out, or he's crashing out. Nigga, what you expect me to be? Ain't shit in life change. I'm sorry, but I'm not watching reality TV. I'm not caught up on reality TV because I'm living reality. Every time I open my DM, somebody giving me a death threat, telling me I'm going to die because they don't like something that I said that offended them. Because our people was caught up in the spell where hurt people. How Jay-Z said it, broke niggas don't want no cash. They just want to kill you. Everything in hip-hop was a lie. Snoop Dogg was rapping for 30 years. Telling us bitches ain't shit but hoes and tricks, but been married to his wife the whole time. But you calling Tupac an actor? Because he died for something that he believed in? Thug life?
I felt good like I did something, like I was a part of the society, you know? And I always wanted to think for myself. And I said, okay, I'm here. I didn't get a move. I'm on the screen, I'm rapping, I'm trying, I got money in my pocket, bank account, I'm going to the bank. You know, I swear to God, on my mama, 2 police officers stopped me. What's your name? Tupac Shakur. Go ahead, bro. They start laughing. What kind of name is that? Shit. What's your name? John. What fucking kind of name is that? You feel me? But I was wrong because these 2 niggas had guns. These 2 cops had guns and sticks and attitudes. So it so happened I jaywalked. I swear to y'all, I didn't even know what jaywalking was. I swear, I thought it meant when I was bopping. You know, like walking. I thought we said J-O up, they stopped, 2 cops stopped me in front of my bank, hands up, talking about the whole routine for jaywalking. Not for coming out of the car with a gun. I wasn't strapped at all then. Now, I swear to God, you gonna find me strapped like a motherfucker and ready to shoot. And today I'm on this podium, tomorrow I could be in the fucking Times. Cause they gonna have me. And y'all need to protect me, you need to protect your damn self. We can't do none speeches, books, writings, kitty clothes, X-hats, potato chips, none of that shit. We need a motherfucking Mini 14 or an M16 or something. We need to start getting over some of these motherfucking tracks. But we done. We done. We can't.
We dying. Did you not hear what he said, Michael Jai White? Why you keep trying to turn him into Bishop? He's not Bishop. He's a revolutionary. He's what his mother gave birth to. It's sort of like in a dog game, right? Because before I was running around with these bullies, these exotics, we was running around with game dogs. And niggas couldn't wait for that game dog to turn on. Some dogs turned on instantly. Some dogs, when they got to like 18 months, 12 months, some 10 months, you let that game dog around another dog and they'll fight to the death. If you didn't fight or you tapped out because you started off fighting, then you start crying and you ain't want to fight no more, they put the jumper cables on you and threw you in the garbage. Tupac was a game dog. Huh? Some of y'all niggas wouldn't understand that.
Do you feel me? I moved to Los Angeles. You know, and the reason I moved to Los Angeles is because I want to be where the niggas is kicking up dust at. You know, I don't want to be where these motherfuckers is building houses and think we got a part of this society. I want to be where niggas is kicking up dust at. So what if they got gangs, goddammit? They got gangs, but they kicking up dust. What are we doing? Go ahead, Bob. What are we doing? I know y'all tripping off this. It's like, but on the real, all bullshit aside, on the real though, it's like, we really ain't got no choice. You know, even though I know how you feel, I feel the same way. That's why I'm so angry. That's why I curse so much. You know, because I feel like it ain't right. It ain't right when I'm 22 and it's the life I gotta live. You know, it ain't right when I gotta become, I'm like a fucking bed. You know, I wake up, man, sweaty, man, talking about the top. What the fuck is going on? Tell me why you beat my ass, why police just beat the shit out of me. I woke up unconscious, man. My face all cut with Jay motherfucking walking. That shit, she shook me. I'll never be right again, I'm losing it. You feel me? And I'm not even rapping, I'm not.
Y'all don't hear him? I'm still waking up thinking about Natasha. She never got to see the bullet, just heard the shot. Her little body couldn't take it. It shook and dropped. And when I saw it on the news, how he shot the girl, kill Natasha, now I'm screaming, fuck the world. In the end, it's my friends that are flip-flop, lip locked on my shit with my, yo, y'all don't listen to him? God, please protect me from being one of them weak-ass niggas like Michael Jai White. Because the rumors is, and I could be right or I could be wrong, niggas get mad when they find out another nigga done fucked their girl. So now you go on a rant for the rest of your life? Because it was something about that nigga that was more special than your karate body, your karate kicks, your punches. If you ain't dissing Steven Seagal, you dissing Tupac. Not on my watch, my nigga. Not on my watch. Salute for riding for Pac. Shout out to you, Manolo. Kiso 718. What's up, family? Ain't nothing promised but death and taxes. We gotta be sponsoring the war, family. Big shout out from Brooklyn, Brownsville. Never ran, never will. Shout out to Brownsville. Shout out to all my people in Brownsville.
You know what's so wrong? I'm out here right. What the hell going on? I don't have no record, no nothing. As soon as I started rapping, this what made me see me at war. As soon as I started rapping, as soon as I started talking that shit about they got me trapped, sold the story, I don't give a fuck. It's like I got cops coming from everywhere. You know, I got cases coming from everywhere, man. People are supposed to be my sofa, king, queen. She just told the police I'll beat her up. I ain't even touch her. You feel me? That's what I'm losing it. That's what I'm telling you. I'm losing it. It ain't all cool. So when you see me in baby, you're going, damn, what's wrong with him? You know, hey, it's hard out there. It's hard out there. It's even hard for a nigga by itself. When I go home by my motherfucking self. When I close the door, it's by my motherfucking self. You feel me? It's time for some soldier shit. You know, from the females and from the males. That's real. And it's time for the women. I'm not blaming them and not putting them in the corner, but you have so much you don't know. You have so much power over niggas. You run shit, but you just don't know. And it's a game. I know all the men will hit y'all to the game. When a nigga sees you do anything for him, he's gonna run you. But if you keep your principles, if you stay your ground, you know what you want, you know what you want out of that nigga, you push that or leave that. Trust me, there ain't no shortage of young black men. You know? That's how we gotta handle that. You know, we gotta handle that shit. We got more like down for each other. You know, I know we're not supposed to use the term gangster, bitch, but damn. We got to be down for each other. You know, we got to be soldiers, man. They gonna write about us in 20 years. You know, it's that time, y'all. It's that time. It's the 90s. Do you know what the 90s is upside down? The fucking 60s. You know what I'm saying? We gonna turn this shit upside down all over again. And we the ones that got the power to do it. Did you see what happened on April 29th? Y'all ain't see that shit? On the news and shit, they probably was, hey, man, this fucking shit up in LA. I was there. I was filming a movie getting paid G's, but that night, I was there. I was in the streets with my folks. Niggas had I don't care what they say about gangbangs in LA. Niggas had their motherfucking dogs up and it was all good. Whatever it said, I'm telling you, man, this is the site I'm keeping this picture I'm keeping my mind till it happen again. Because I've seen it for myself and I know it can happen. All my life, I never thought it could happen. But I've seen it for myself. I was there. And you know what made it happen? War, a common enemy. That's right. We was fighting a common enemy, so it was like setup. And that's what we need now. As long as we sit here and study for the common, we study in the fight. Man! We are studying to fight. Getting ready to fight. And we're doing all our fighting. Nothing's wrong with going to cops, so I tell you, I'm but we're doing all our fighting in debates. We debate this shit. We debate for our freedom. We ain't gonna get it though. Like
the nigga said, we debating for our freedom. Wow. Wow. Fila speaks. Thank you for riding for Tupac. He ain't here to ride for himself. Michael Jai White would never disrespect Pac if he was alive. No, he wouldn't do it. He'd be sitting there acting like a fake ass friend. What about your friends? Are they gonna stand their ground? Are they gonna be around?
We ain't gonna get it through marching. We ain't gonna get it through one uprising. We're not gonna get it through one April 29th. We're gonna get it every day. You got all of us. Everywhere see it as a necessity that we struggle to fight that. We have that as a right. That is how it's right when we were born. God put it to your heart to self-defeat your motherfucking self. Yeah. Fuck the next nigga. You know, if that nigga want to be a gangbanger, he don't want to follow your way, fuck that nigga. Trust me, he's out of here. He's out of there. But you have obligations to your folks, to the niggas that fell before you, have to handle your motherfucking business, no matter what it is. All of it ain't gonna be free, all of it ain't gonna be out there with every 14. Some of that shit gonna be staying your ass home with the kids. Put some knowledge in your kids' head. You know what I'm saying? All the niggas and all the females. Just because she a female don't mean she got to stay home with the bags. That's bullshit. Because I would much rather have some of you females out there with me in the war than some of you niggas. It's a whole bunch of problems. You know, that whole city of we African Americans, everything is equal shit, and it's like NAACP shit. I'm gonna speak on that shit. Because I was reading the paper, I saw NAACP at a celebration for the Emancipation Proclamation. That's right. Okay.
Showcase Classic. Thank you for speaking facts on Pac and allowing him to speak through the interview. Dr. Khalid Muhammad introduced him on stage. Dr. Khalid Muhammad was becoming so powerful that he was suspended from the Nation of Islam. Dr. Khalid Muhammad, if you ever met him in real life, he was a different energy. Certain people have an energy. That nigga had an energy that was different. Totally different.
From what I just said, how's the NAACP still a business? Oh, yeah. How's the NAACP still a business? How's these motherfuckers still a business? Yeah, that's cool too. That's cool too. Yeah, we let them do that shit. We let them represent us. I'm motherfuckers gonna stand there and talk about you for the advance for the color stuff. Go ahead. What the fuck is that? And these be grown black folks. They be our color. Represent us to these white folks. And we be letting them do it. Because we proud. Because they got on suits, they got officers and shit. And everything that they call the NAACP. We let them do that shit, represent us. You know, it make us look bad. Really? We really are too, I'm not trying to take up for the thugs and the gangsters and shit, but now, I'm coming from a different school, I'm coming from the Panthers, and that's what they did. They went to the street element, and that's what they mobilized the soldiers. You know, that's what my mama did, that's my job. I'm gonna stay in the streets and get my thug niggas who was down for me in the streets, because I'm gonna tell you, when my mama started cracking and I was by myself, this brother right here, well, I'm trying to tell you, was the only person in this movement anywhere that took care of me. Okay? So it ain't no motherfucking struggle if you don't take care of your baby. Not just yours, but the other soldiers, you know? What about that? What about all these soldiers sitting in jail? Where their kids at? Don't none of you motherfuckers give a fuck about them. Ready to carry a flag full where they suck.
Acting, the nigga said, for all the soldiers that's in jail, where are the kids at? I hate when niggas try to confuse Pop message. Where they kids at? When I went to jail, niggas wasn't looking out for my little man. When I went to jail, niggas wasn't looking out for me.
You ain't taking care of them motherfucking kids or they parents. That's hypocritical. That ain't right.
That's right.
That shit ain't right, man. We got too many kids out here with nobody to put nothing in their head. Then you motherfuckers get mad when you see them again up in the courtroom. You know? So my white raper. Then he left him by himself. Left him by his motherfucking self. So he learned how to be a G on the crackers, and that's what he learned. He learned how they want him to be. Nobody taught me shit. And my mama was a parent, you know? My mom would tell me, but she was too involved in it to sit down and really explain shit to me. You know? So it's a double tragedy because I'm like damn near forced to go through some of the shit that some of these soldiers went through, but because they didn't tell the new generation, they didn't own us, I gotta go through this shit all over again. You know, I'm still getting my ass kicked by police because the niggas back in the 60s didn't murder every single one of them motherfuckers. You know? They want to be down with the police department. How can I?
The nigga said, I'm still getting my ass kicked by the police. Because the niggas in the 60s didn't murder every last one of them motherfuckers. Like, wow. Damn. Michael John White, you can never, ever, ever compare to Tupac. What is you talking about?
Oh, fucking a nigga put on a police uniform in 1993. Fuck that. Fuck that. When the shit's up on, you still got that motherfucker on, your ass is out. And if you got on the armed forces uniform, your ass is out. And if you in the guard, your ass is out. Because niggas is armed in 1993. The gang elements are armed. And they all that. As much as you want to think they dumb or whatever, they on their toes this motherfucking year. They on their toes, they ready to move. What are you ready to do? How you gonna handle it? When them niggas get out there with guns, what y'all gonna be doing? Watching that shit on TV, marching, singing, selling raffle tickets and shit from the church. What y'all gonna be doing? I just want to know, because I know what the fuck I'm gonna be doing, but it would help me to know what my people is gonna be doing when I'm out there. Because my mama tells me all the time, boy, you think you're gonna save the world. Don't you know they gonna kill your black ass? These people gonna murder you.
Huh? Boy, you think you gonna save the world. These people gonna bury you, your black ass. These are the conversations that his mother was having with him. See, the problem is, Tupac was in the battlefield called the streets, trying to build him an army. But what Tupac didn't realize is that the streets is demonic. And when you bring that revolutionary spirit to the streets, where there's niggas that's happy to be savages, they ain't got no problem with taking you off of that shot clock. The streets is very wicked. That's why a lot of street dudes, them niggas hate me. Especially when I sit up there and I get in front of this camera and I say, hey, yo, to all you young boys out there that grew up with that black queen mama, smoking crack fiend mama. You know your mom's was a crack fiend. And all those kingpin niggas coming home from jail that's bragging about being outside. Huh? The best years of their life was serving your mother crack. So if you got to get back on somebody, those are the niggas you get back on, the ones that hurt you. Because in the hood, you got hurting people. But you ain't hurting the people that hurt you. Most of the time when somebody get angry and crash out, they ain't getting the person that hurt them. Somebody else is feeling that wrath. That's why niggas don't like me in the hood. Because some of them niggas came home from jail. And it's crazy. It's like when you see the movie OG Bobby Johnson. He went in uneducated. He came home with the light and the armor of righteousness. And wicked niggas and righteous niggas, they can't be in the same room. They can't breathe the same energy because either one is going to conquer the other. A wicked nigga is either going to destroy the righteous man or the righteous man is going to absorb the energy and transform the wicked nigga into righteousness. Only one can prevail. So when you go in a room with the wicked and you're righteous, you better be ready for combat. Because even when you go in a room filled with 20 wicked niggas and you convert 1, 2, maybe even 3, you still got about 15 in the corner saying, not on my watch. You converting our soldiers? You got to go. Y'all don't pay attention to what happened with Little Dirk? That nigga was the mastermind behind King Von. Little Dirk was the mastermind. Him and King Von had cases together, co-defendants. Little Dirk made King Von. Y'all surprised when the district attorney announced that it's about damn near 6 bodies that they trying to lock Little Dirk up for? What you thought, King Von was the only one? Niggas that catch bodies run with niggas that catch bodies and run with niggas that catch bodies. I know they told y'all HASSAN Campbell wasn't really like, nigga, I've been to jail for murder 3 times. I keep telling y'all this. They keep telling y'all something different until I put the paperwork up. Then they look at you, they looking stupid like, oh, well, he did put the paperwork up. Or one of the cases, where's the paperwork? I don't have to keep proving that I used to be an ignorant nigga. because I don't live there anymore. Now I'm a dad who take care of my children and pay mortgage, car notes, electrical, this, that, whatever. Evil has different avenues, whether it be the powers that be or the niggas in the street. Either way, when you think you're going to walk your righteous ass into unrighteous territory, you're going to offend somebody. And you better be ready for all the smoke. Because you think for a single second, all these old ass niggas that be working with little Ray Ray and little Mike in the streets, you think that they want your voice waking them young boys up? Then them young boys start to look at them like they the enemy. Like, what are you doing, Jim Jones? I don't want to grow up. Like, damn. Nigga, you still promoting the streets? That's what be killing me when niggas be trying to send mixed signals. HASSAN Campbell thinking, no, I'm not having it. I'm not, like, nigga, I'm not bowing down. My tongue don't speak with fear when I talk. I'm not mice on. Sitting up there going at Trump, but ain't got shit to say about Snoop Dogg. Performing for Trump. I'm not that nigga. If I offend you, I definitely meant to, and I'm not biting my tongue. Loving and have a passion for my people don't have nothing to do with just being tough. It's just being who I am. Niggas told me I couldn't go outside. I went outside for like 2 years, and you know what? I didn't like it. There was no love outside in the streets. Animosity in the streets. Niggas scheming on other niggas in the streets. People pissing on the street corners in the streets. If you look like you happy, a nigga with a dark cloud is going to put your lights out. The sun will never shine over you again in those streets. I don't like the streets because they bring out a side of me. When I go outside, my outside is not like y'all niggas outside. When I go outside, everywhere I go, it's on. A nigga be lucky if I make it back in the house. It's on. It's real in the battlefield. If the police jump out on me and I just so happen to have something to protect myself with a felony, what's that, 10 years in jail for me? You go outside and stand outside with $10,000 in your pocket, diamonds on your wrist, diamonds on your neck, niggas watching, jumping out of Benzes. You think everybody happy to see you when they hood? When they stuck there and you just visiting? You coming through? Thinking you showing love? And an evil nigga that's mad at the world? Like, who this nigga think he is standing on my block? Thinking to himself, nigga, you could get it and your mans could get it too? I haven't met a killer that didn't have somebody that wanted to kill him. That's how it is coming from where I'm from. I've never met a killer that didn't have another killer that wanted to kill him. Never. Some niggas is only still alive or stayed alive because jail saved them. Some of these niggas that y'all worship, if they would have stayed in the streets long enough, somebody would have killed them too. My big homie B.O. got murdered. And a nigga that actually murdered him got murdered. And it's crazy because all of these gangster niggas, that's like even when I brought up Preacher, right? Preacher from Harlem, the Preacher's Crew, the Black Hand of Death. One of the most scariest niggas that ever walked this earth. And the truth of the matter is, you had a lot of killers, but that nigga was different. I think Preacher probably was the #1 killer in New York City history. Different. That's just how I feel. He was different. He was totally different, psychotic. I know killers from Bronx River. Niggas that get busy. When Preacher went to the round table in one of the most notorious projects, Bronx River projects, my projects, went to the round table and took gusto out of that round table, all those killers that used to be up in the round table, Preacher should have never made it to jail. They ain't go get Preacher. They ain't go get Cuff. Nope. Because even these gangster niggas that be talking slick, yeah, I be hearing the talking. When Preacher came through, sort of like Sugar Ray, B.O. right-hand man. Rest in peace to my big homie that's tatted on my chest. The nigga whose name I keep alive. The nigga that mentored me, raised me in these streets, and taught me how to be fearless and not to be an ass kisser to these celebrities. Now his man Sugar Ray, when B.O. was around, born, he was a boogeyman. When B.O. died, he went to church. Crickets, crickets, crickets. Now he's Zulu again. Y'all don't hear nothing about B.O. I keep B.O. name alive. That little slick shit that you be saying, Sugar Ray, that you be saying, the lies that you be telling, I'm hearing them. And it's only a matter of time before me and you see each other face to face. Are you going to say that to my face? Or are you going to be the same sucker nigga whispering in iGuard's ear while you smiling in my face making videos acting like everything was all good? Because you was there in my face and you could have said anything and everything you had to say. But instead you running around telling whispers and whispering and whispering, and it's getting back to me. Keep on whispering, my nigga. You know I ain't scared of you. Showbiz wasn't scared of you neither. We'll leave that one right there. Anyway, back to my topic.
That's that. So all I want to say in closing is that we got to be united under whatever. Don't let shit hold us apart. I don't care if you from Cali, New York, or whatever, if you're a blood, a crip, or a thug, or a school student, or a scholar, or whatever. Don't let shit hold us back no more. We got to unite by any means necessary, and we got to fight.
The way Khalid Muhammad hugged Tupac, you could feel that shit. We got to unite. Who else you see talking like that? Me? You don't see nobody else talking like that? Why you think they created Charleston White and start pushing them on every platform to overshadow me? Why you think out of nowhere CIA, FBI member, WAC 100, Tekashi 6ix9ine, and academics just had to sit down with me to overshadow and destroy my platform? Why do you think? I might be a little all over the place because we got battles on every front line. Every corner you turn, we got a problem. And ain't nobody trying to solve it. Whether it be the kids getting murdered on the street corner, the mothers leaving their kids in the bushes, trying to flush them down the toilet. It's always something to talk about. If that story touches my heart, I'm going to speak on it. I'm not going to be like that nigga that started off on YouTube interviewing people. And then his platform got so boring, nobody's doing interviews with the nigga. And if he did do an interview, nobody gives a damn about the people that he's interviewing. That's when you know you played out. I'm never going to be, I was prom queen. That's you, my nigga. That's you. You old washed up niggas. I know you had your time in the past. And even though some people say, yo, Haas, you ain't doing the numbers you used to do, nigga, I'm still doing numbers. I'm selling bricks on YouTube. I got them for cheap, 10 a key. I'm just playing, y'all. It is what it is, man. Pac was a kid. How dare Michael Jai White, a grown-ass man in his 50s, pass judgment on somebody whose voice lasted 30 years. He was a baby. Pac died a baby. That's why your numbers ain't doing nothing anywhere else. I don't know. It all just depends on what you looking at and how you perceive life. Because for me, everything that I asked God for, that I wanted out of life, he gave it to me. And I mean, when you count in numbers, I live and I have everything that people want out of life. My life is so different, right? I just be bugging. No, damn. I ain't been charging my phone up this whole time. So live. You know what I was doing tonight before I started this live? I'm probably the only black dude that was starting a fire in my fire pit in my yard, watching my waterfall with my koi fish swimming around my yard with snow and trees with lights around them, and thinking to myself, God really had mercy on me. How that gospel song go? I don't believe he brought me this far just to leave me. I could look at my life and see where I came from and where I'm at now and say, wow, God is amazing. And you talking about my numbers? Is you really counting? I can't even begin to count the blessings that God has bestowed on me. Even to the point where I'm sitting up here watching this screen and total strangers that I don't even know showing me love while you showing me hate. You in the comment section trying to entice the crowd like an agent, while there's other people saying, here, Haas, here's a couple of dollars for you. Thank you for sponsoring this war. Is you really counting? Right. I mean, it is what it is. I don't even know if my fire pit went out. It probably did. I just came to keep Tupac name alive. I'm not going to sit up there and let them do what they doing to him. Because, no, I didn't agree with everything that Tupac did. But Tupac came with a message. And if he was messy, coming out of a womb of a crackhead, who was converted into a crackhead by who? The FBI? Do y'all realize that Donald Trump is just announcing that he's about to announce to the world or release the files of JFK and Martin Luther King? And you know the history and the story of the Black Panther Party gonna come along with that. But it's funny because through the releasing all these drug kingpins, they didn't release no revolutionaries. Something just ain't right. Why not? It's safe to say it ain't safe outside. Stephen Terrell. If Pac was hitting the pipe, so what? If he was, so what? If Pac was smoking the pipe, that makes him even greater than what he was. To be as young as he was and as serious as he was about his people,
This is a classic photo of the actor Michael J. White. He is best known for being an actor in various movies. He is also known for bashing Tupac for many years, but the reason has never been clear why he actually hates Tupac so much.
People believe he's a gangster.
The hate began when Michael J. White called Tupac effeminate and a fake gangster.
Somewhat effeminate type of dude, right?
There has never been a clear reason why Michael J. White hates Tupac so much, but there has been a rumor that Michael J. White's wife and Tupac had a fling back in the 90s. Still, I find it weird that a great actor like Michael J. White has to go all the way back to high school to talk bad on a man who has not been alive for over 27 years.
I wanted to be a gangster. I'm a thug.
This is a classic photo of the actor Michael J. White. He is best known for...
So you mean to tell me what Michael J. White called a gay Tupac, allegedly, if he did smash Michael J's wife, you telling me a gay nigga put on for your wife that good? 27 years later, you still bashing a nigga? Are you not entertained? It is what it is, man. Sad. You know, it's sad. Because they started rewarding these ignorant rappers. I remember when Method Man said, he said, yo, when we was coming up, we wasn't riding private jets. They gave these sellout rappers so much money to destroy hip-hop with these watered-down, disgusting lyrics, to the point to where that even New York rappers wasn't rapping like New York no more. We had a different type of energy in New York. And for some reason, they will not let New York get back on top of the rap game for whatever reason. Y'all don't see it? The closest that we came back, Pop Smoke was a superstar. He brought it back, and they used the elite, used California gangs to kill that young boy. The same way they used California gangs to kill Tupac. Y'all just don't see it. That's why everything is about, like, when you get to a certain level, it's people, places, and things. But when we started becoming content creators, that's why they started the swatting game, where they make up the fake phone call. Oh, there's a terrorist act going on, or kidnapping, some stupid shit they'll say where the police have to come. Then you already see all across America as they kick in your door. Oh, he had a knife. Oh, he had a whatever you had, whatever they put next to you, or the fact maybe you did grab something because somebody's kicking in your door for no reason. But little do you know, they made a prank phone call. That's why they created swatting. Because now if you refuse to come outside where they can set you up, if you smart like me and you keep yourself distant from these gang niggas, where people don't know where you gonna be at, where you gonna pop up at, well, then they gotta swat your house. And see, neighborhoods like this, it ain't easy for you to be sitting up there trying to creep, because everybody know everybody. And everybody got driveways. So when you parked on the street, your car stand out automatically, my nigga. These chumps' brains can't even fathom the words that come out of the mouth today of the man of the late, great Tupac Shakur. No, they can't. Let me tell y'all something, man. Everybody got to find their own way. Everybody got to forge their own path. Along the line in life, if you could find a few good men, a few good women, you hold on to them. I don't believe in that saying with Drake, no new friends. Because some of my old friends is filled with nothing but animosity, hatred, envy, greed, jealousy. So most of the time, I don't care. I could be by myself. I'm cool and I'm good with being by myself. But if you can find a few good men going in the same direction as you in life, and even if y'all going in different directions, but at the same time, for a few blocks, y'all going in the same direction, and y'all gonna be good to each other, hold tight to your bond. Because the reality of it is, in this world, one thing I do realize, everybody ain't gonna make it to the promised land. And some of us trying to fight for the next generation of our children to make it to the promised land, we ain't gonna see the promised land. All we can do is try. And if we do create that promised land, we make it to the promised land, everybody can't come in. If you let everybody in that comes from where we come from, what you think gonna happen? You got niggas that's the most dangerous niggas in the world to their own people. And they only gonna show their teeth when you let your guards down to take what you got. They ain't gonna fight nobody else. They ain't gonna even come outside when little Mike and little Ray get shot by the police. They ain't coming outside. They don't give a damn about that. All they care about is the first opportunity that they get to set up shop. They already done sized you up. They sized the community up. Some niggas got money to leave the hood. They refuse to leave. Because only in the hood, you get pissed and shit on your people and stick out your chest like you tough and dare them to do something. And then when the feds come kicking in the door and grabbing niggas out they bed, throwing them on the floor, kicking their mother in the ass, kicking their wife in the ass, no retaliation. You have an inmate calling from a correctional office. This inmate ain't do shit when the police came and locked up his ass and threw his mama on the floor. But now he's calling the shots in jail and acting like he's tough. Please hold. Are you not entertained? Hit that like button, hit that share button, hit that subscribe button. And pay attention to your circle before they hurt you. I'm out.